Hello everyone, welcome to another video of the Ohio guys here. I'm Christian Ocampo doing some Let's Play with some Higurashi when they cry. Hope you guys are excited for this game as much as I am. I've seen the anime, read some of the manga, but this will be my first time playing this game. Before I get into the game, I just want to plug in Anime Midwest that's coming up here in Chicago this July 7th through 9th. So if any of you guys are in the Chicago area or wondering if there's some good cons to head out, we recommend MMA Midwest. So they're gonna have some great guests like Lucy Christian, who you almost never get to meet because she lives in Texas and only does like one con per year. So I would take advantage of that by going to MMA Midwest to check her out. And then they also have Molly Searcy. You know, she's new. She's an up and coming voice actress down in Houston as well. So, this will be her first convention ever. So, I highly recommend you guys to go check that one out. And some other great guests like Lex Lang, Sandy Fox, some new guys from Funimation like Dave Trusco, Oscar Song, and then David Matringa, who's coming back, who does both Funimation and Sentai. So again, I can't stress enough how much you guys should check out MMA West. So aside from that, it's time for us to dive into this blood infested game. So let's dive in. So yeah, I'm excited for this. Oni Kakushi. Welcome to the world of Higurashi when they cry. The Oni Kakushi arc will be the opening inviting you into this world. Don't play tough, please. Just enjoy life in Himizawa to the fullest. The difficulty is extremely high, but I hope you will enjoy the reward. Okay? Extremely high. Just what I want to hear. Alright people, well, you heard what they said. Let's get started. Oh god, child laughing. I'm not too sure about this now. Please do not lament. I will not forgive you even in the world. Will not forgive you. Please do not lament. I will forgive you even if you will not forgive the world. So please tell me, what will it take for you to forgive me? Huh. Okay. Excellent. Just what I want to hear. Keep going. 1983, huh? Oh, that one was had that blood. If I was going to be ripped apart anyways, and my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. Even this very moment, I trust her. Oh yeah, I couldn't you up, very trustworthy. But I'm starting to realize I only want to trust her because I refuse to accept the truth. It was as if I was trying to convince myself in such a silly, sobbing voice and those tears. The mechanical, reptilious sound finally stilled, and everything fell silent. Oh, and the craft cicadas remained, annoyingly loud, and yet I felt as if I could still hear her voice. But that's not possible. She is no longer speaking. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion because there were none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I should need to shed any for her. Then why this pain? My eyes getting moist. Why was this happening? I still wanted to believe. I hadn't been split apart. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit has suffered enough. And countless times, I'd waved over whether I should just throw the battered thing away. Except, I've so stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I felt better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I chose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand that painful struggle and appreciate it. Hey, me? I've tried more than enough. I've acknowledged that much. So, isn't it alright to just take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind with her, like flowers by a grave. Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm, just lift it up, and with every swing, forget a little more. That kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. I liked patting your head. I loved how demure you were. Because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last, bulked for you. Perhaps I really did love you. Higurashi, when they cry. Let's get started, people. I just can't wait. Something that's been apologizing for a while now. I wonder what she's apologizing for. It felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It had been a while since I last went to the city. I only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Even though I lived there until last month, I found the buzz of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers and the multi-lane roads. The melodious cacophony of the crosswalk. Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of me of the station felt nostalgic. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. There's only the chirping of locusts, and the babbling of brooks, and the cry of the Higurashi, and the evening cicadas. Rather making me feel lonely, that quietness had begun to instill a sense of sincerity. And there's nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there aren't any burger joints, there aren't even vending machines. No music stores, no restaurants, and no arcades. Even an ice cream parlor would be unlikely. The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. But come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. I had lived in the city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor. I should have gone at least once. It's only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody's still apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? She's apologized so much, so just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. I started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. You just need to be more careful next time. She's still apologizing, even now. Then, has she really done something that can't be fixed? I had no idea what she's done, but if it can't be fixed, then that's all the more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she apologizes, nothing will change. Even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Hey you, the one she's apologizing to, Why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice. Keiichi, we're almost there. Wake up. I was finally aroused from my nap by my father's prodding. That looks nice. It seemed the train had reached its final stop. We'd spend hours riding everything from the bullet train to local routes. It was hard to believe that the landscapes beyond the window in the city I was in excuse me, and half a day ago were in the same country. No, that they were even from the same era. From there, we take a car deeper into the mountains. Past with the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. That looks really nice, Himizawa. Wow. I mean, it's not as pretty as in the anime, but it looks nice, especially for a visual novel. There, where I live now, Hinamizawa. Higurashi, when they cry. It's getting interesting, people. It's getting very interesting. Even though we were approaching summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite. Although in exchange, you could fill your lungs up with crisp, clean air. Flipping open the window, I was greeted with a verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. The neighboring house was far away on the other side, so I was probably the only one enjoying the view and the air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Himizawa, I learned that even air has its own taste. Oh, music time. I quickly finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. He was probably up working until the early morning. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. It's such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work when you want. I was so jazzed for that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about that. It was just because it looked easy. I'd never tell him that though. Mom laid breakfast out on that table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, and grilled salmon. My mom was such a good cook. It was scary. The perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. It seemed like she was in a good mood today. I'm so happy you've been waking up early since we moved here, Keiichi. If I don't wake up, I won't have time to eat breakfast. I thought I was being cute, responded with a wisecrack after being praised for being good. For a bowl of rice, or will that be enough? Piled it on. First, I served the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. After that, I covered it with the egg. Between bites of rice, I enjoy the crunch of the pickles. Not bad at all. Excellent as usual. Watching me clean my plate, Mom gave me a warm smile. I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast ever since we moved here, Keiichi. I was not a morning person when we lived in the city. I slept right until the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast. Boycotting the breakfast mom made me each morning, that was the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. I guess that was what you call my rebellious phase. I won't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. If I could go back in time, I'd slap myself. Mindful of the time, Mom rushed me along with a wide grin. Isn't it about time to meet up with Rena-chan? Hurry, hurry. Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Rena is one of my classmates. She really loves looking after people, coming to meet me every day without fail. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl was just lame. But well, keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate. Seriously though, how long does Rena wait there for me every morning? Taking one last gulp of miso soup, I race for the door. Please thank Granny-chan for the pickles. Come to think of it, those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? If I'd known that, I would have savored them a bit more. Morning. Alright people, here's my girly voice. Keiichi-kun. Good morning. Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself. You're always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. She's so conspicuous and such a good person. If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. Keiji-kun, you're so cold. I wait for you all the time. I'll leave you in the dust without looking back. Why are you so mean? Why? Rena had a slightly troubled look on her face. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. I'm kidding. I'll wait for you. With those words, Rena seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red. Thank you. I wait forever until you came, Rena. No matter how long. Forever? Rena turned bright red. Steam was rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. She's especially weak to this sort of talk. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Have you ever read a romance novel, Rena? Huh? I haven't. Never read any before. From that response, I gathered she was interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. I couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She might turn red and pass out. Oh yeah, message from Mom. She says, thanks for the pickles. It was nothing. You're welcome. How were they? Not too salty? They weren't that salty. Actually, they had pretty light flavor to them. It would have been fine to just be honest and say that they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I'd like to ask something before that. Were you the one who picked them, Rena? Or was it your mom? Huh? Why do you ask? Were they too salty? Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it you, Rena, or was it your mom? Well, why are you asking who made them? Why? Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically. Huh? Huh? She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she used to pickle them. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me. Rena nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. It truly was a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Rena never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. Keep at it, Rena. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. Or so I decide for myself. Let's go. If we keep Mio waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Seeing as she just keeps spacing out otherwise, I called Rena back to reality so we could keep our way to school. The strange, easily flustered girl is Rena Ryugu. I've known her for about a month, but I've come to realize it's not just her name that's strange. Oh yeah, there's a reason why. Mi-chan, good morning. Coming up to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. Ah, finally, you two are late. Usually, you're the one who's late. In sharp contrast to the diligent Rena, there's not much to the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonozaki. For what's worth, she's our senior and head of the class. Morning, Rena. It's been a while, Kei-chan. How many years? I was only off 2 days. Ah ha ha ha. You don't say. You were so much cuter back then. Mion's gaze started at my chest, then dropped straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. What? Am I reading this correctly? I'm going to, go on. So, she was saying it was my crotch that was cuter back then. Really? Am I supposed to read this? Okay. I think I'm gonna ignore that part too. Before you ask, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her. I've grown quite splendidly. You'd be surprised. Not only is he bigger, but he has a little mustache now. Why would anyone say that? Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite a problem though. Of all the words you had to use, that one, I don't understand. I'll introduce you next time, so be sure to greet him properly. Don't say next time. Right now is just fine. How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh morning air? I'm not gonna even bother. I don't think I've ever heard him talk so dirty you could smell it falling up the morning air before. Me and sure does act like an old man sometimes. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. as my hand reached for my thigh, Ren began to rumble and near panic. Hey, hey, hey! What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Red faced and flustered, Rena tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. How was it? Seeing the city again. Mia switched gears, dropping the dirty talk, and changed the topic to something more befitting the pleasant morning. I only went for a funeral. I didn't have much time. So yeah, did you look for it? The thing I asked for. You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have time to look around in toy stores. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know? It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here after all. Is this about games again, Mi-chan? Mio nodded proudly as Runa giggled. Yep, I wanted Kei-chan to bring me back a Westport catalog, you see? Westport was short for Western Imported Games. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Well, I guess I have to now. I'm going to get another game full of hot action. But this time, I'd like a game that's easy to understand. Mion is a board and card game enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Rena, Mion's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. If there's a game you like you think I understand, let me play too. Heh, of course. If Kei-chan's up for it, I should warn you though, we're pretty tough. Just what I want. I'll play all sorts of games I don't intend to lose. Whoa. Then whether you in the group this time, I guess. Bursting with joy from head to toe, Ren looked back and forth between me and Mion. Min gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Ren laughed happily. From such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understood that they did all they could to take a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in, so they wouldn't feel like they have to try to make me feel welcome. I felt like I acted a bit more open than I usually am. It should probably be about right for this space. Okay, it's time for school. Well then, I think this is time to stop here. So yeah, I'll begin next time on like every Tuesday from now on, or of my recording day. But this video should be up like every Thursday from now on. I do want to plug in Anime Midwest one more time. You guys should definitely check it out. The day is going to be July 7th through 9th. So hopefully you guys should be able to catch it the week after 4th of July. So, just want to end this let's play here of Higurashi When They Cry. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you all next time, and yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. Bye bye now.